Hi friends! Today we're going to work on a basic salve making recipe. I had some questions over the past few posts whenever I put some stuff up about my salves and my process videos on Instagram, and I promised a few of you guys that we'd do a basic recipe. Now, this is not my signature recipe blend. You're not going to find all the secrets. I'm sorry, I can't share those. But I will walk you through how I make some basic salves with the coconut oil infusions that I make with my herbals and some beeswax. So stay tuned and we'll get started on this. Okay, so getting into this, let's cover our basic ingredients and necessary supplies real quick. I use a pot for making my salves. I did, I'll be honest, use a jar. But that guy gets really hot over there and I've had way too many jars crack. Salve goes everywhere. I almost cry because it's a lot of time and materials. And my husband was finally like, no more. You're not allowed to do that. Put it in a pot. I'll buy you a new pot. It's not a big deal. So, pot. Find one. If you have the little pouring spout, that's really nice and handy. This will save you a lot of heartache from broken jars, okay? You need your tins. I use 2 ounce and 1 ounce tins. I buy my tins from Specialty Bottles online. It's just the best cost for me because I do them as a wholesale thing. Measuring implements, okay? Another one of those. You're gonna have to designate this for this type of use because beeswax doesn't come off very easily, and essential oils and other oils can sometimes mix stuff not really you want to mix it in with food. Plus, I'm selling this stuff. I'm not going to mix what I do with my food with the stuff that I'm trying to sell. So we keep that separate. And then not one. You need your infusion, okay? We went over the infusions, how to make them in my last video. This guy was not made in the last video. This guy is something that I've had for just a little bit now. Someone mentioned in passing that they would really love a lavender blend. And this is my lavender and mint blended together. I put both lavender and mint in here along with coconut oil, infused it. So this is a mixed infusion. So we're making lavender mint salve today. And then you need beeswax. Now, of course, your beeswax does not come in this lovely little pot. This is a pouring pot that I bought for candle making, but now my beeswax stays in it because I'll strain my beeswax. I buy raw beeswax from a source that's a friend of ours from back when we lived in Kentucky. He ships it up here to me, and then Ryan and I strain it out to make it clean. So my beeswax stays in here, nice and easy to pour. And we are ready to start making salve. Okay, so here we go. You guys are probably not working on a wood cook stove. You're probably working on a regular stove, and that's okay. Same principles either way. I'm all the way over here where it's nice and cool. Matter of fact, this guy's almost too hot for me to stand, so I'm going to turn him down. Okay. So we've got our pot. We're going to stick it on here. The big question everybody has for me is ratio. Everybody will tell me, I try to make it, my salve turns out too runny or my salve turns out too thick. So here's my basic ratio. I take a cup of whatever infusion I'm going to use. Now I'll tell you for a fact, this is the one and only infusion I have that is blended. All my other stuff, all my infusions are separate, and I use a little bit of this one and a little bit of that one. Like I said, I'm not going to share that secret with you. I'm sorry, guys. But 1 total cup of infusion to about 3/4 of a cup of beeswax, okay? That's going to get us a good salve mix, okay? A little bit of rushing, you're going to end up finding that you will end up too runny or too hard. I have had that happen. So take your time, measure your stuff out. That's the biggest trick to this, is the right ratio. So 1 cup of this stuff, 3/4 of a cup of this stuff, and you're going to get about 14 ounces worth of salve, okay? So that's what we're going to go do. I like to pour my infusion in first, okay? And this guy is a bit warm, and so is a bit rough for me to open. Let's get some hot pads on the scene. See what we can get going here. Aha! A little bit of muscles go a long way. So, if I had smell-o-vision, I'd share it with you, but I don't. So here's my 1/3 cup measuring scoop because that's kind of what I designated. I don't use that much in the kitchen. So here we go. A cup of this stuff right here. So since we got a third cup, and we're going to learn our fractions. 2, 3. There's our solid cup right there. Nice and pretty in our pot. Now, quarter cup. Here we go for our beeswax. One, 2, and 3. Now this guy's getting a little bit cooled down, so I'm going to set him over here so that he continues to be liquid, because I'm going to make more salve after I'm done talking to you guys. So let me see. That is about it for now, and we'll go back to pouring in just a second. Okay, so this guy is mixed and blended. Next we're going to pour. This is where we get the tricky part, okay? Sometimes a little bit gets on the counter. That's okay, because I just scrape it up and put it in my personal stash. This is where that pouring spout comes in nice and handy though. Good and steady hands. A couple drops on the counter. That's okay with me. It looks like I still have enough in my pot that I could make another 2-ounce tin, but I don't have one on the counter, so I'll pour that in a little bit. Okay guys, so that's about it. 1 cup of infusion, 3/4 cup of beeswax. If you have any specific essential oils that you want to add in, then you do that. That's up to you and your recipes, what your desires are for your salve. And we get about 7 to 8 2-ounce tins worth of salve. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please remember to like, share, and comment below. If you have any questions, more content you want me to share, I'm open to sharing with you guys. And when you get a chance, head over to Instagram, find me at The Pioneer Princess, and have a great day, friends. Bye!